In this video, we will review the company information section in Service CEO. We start on the Settings tab and begin by clicking the company information link. Note that this opens the page in view mode. To make changes, we'll click Edit. At the top, the first field is the company name. It's very important that everything is capitalized, spelled correctly, and is formal in here because this is the name of the company that will appear on all customer-facing documents such as estimates, work orders, invoices, or billing statements. Same goes for the street address. And not only is this the street address that will appear on your invoices and estimates and work orders, but this is also the street address that your driving directions will start and end from and at if you are using our Google Maps integration to generate driving directions. It's important to click Validate Address here on the left because this makes sure that Google Maps database can read your address and route to and from it. You also have the option to click Show On Map. This will show you a little mini Google Maps of where your physical location is. This is Service CEO's headquarters on this map here. On the left we have default payment terms. This is how long from the day an invoice is issued the customer has until it's due. If it's set at 0, the invoice will display as due upon receipt, whereas if we change this to 15, the due date of the invoice will be 15 days after the date that that invoice is issued. Same concept for the estimate days before expiration. It basically puts a shelf life on the estimate where the price is good up until that date. The email address, phone number, fax number, and website on here will again all appear at the top of all of your customer-facing documents, and you definitely want to make sure everything is spelled and entered in here correctly so the customers can contact you. If you do work in multiple countries, you'll want to have this box checked off so that the country drop-down does appear when you're entering in your customers and their locations. If you don't do work in multiple countries, you can uncheck this box and it will only display in the country that you've selected here. Coming down, we can enter in our logo. Logo files have to be either a JPEG or a GIF file. It has to be under 150 kilobytes in size. We'll hit Browse here. Let's go ahead and drop the Service CEO logo right into here. We'll hit OK. Now this is the logo that will appear on all of your work orders, invoices, estimates, and billing statements, anything you generate out of the system that's customer facing. On the left we have our regional settings, and on the right we have our time zone. It's important to set these right the first time because that will be the default setting for all new employees entered into the system. The regional settings impact things like currency and vocabulary, and the time zone obviously impacts the time zone where you're located. The starting day of the work week impacts the day that your weekly view in the calendar will start from. So for example, if your weeks run from Wednesday to Thursday, Wednesday to Tuesday, we could click Wednesday and the weekly view on the calendar would default from Wednesday to Tuesday. Finally, coming down, we can check which days are and are not work days, as well as the start and end times of your operating hours in those days. The start time will be the default time that a work order is scheduled if you pick a date and do not pick a time, so make sure this is not earlier than you would ever start an appointment. This concludes the video on company information in Service CEO.